So Makeup Geek came out with some new stuff. And I went a little crazy. I went a little crazy. I was fine one minute, and then the next minute, it's like voodoo, like something that just came over me. And I don't remember. It's like I blacked out. I don't know what happened. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a haul and swatch video of a bunch of new Makeup Geek stuff. Oh my god. I don't know what she's doing in that lab, but I don't know if she's a witch. That's the only explanation I can think of. Like, she's a witch and she's just putting voodoo in her makeup, and I don't know what happened to me. So Makeup Geek just launched a bunch of new stuff, specifically duochrome pigments, and if you don't know what duochrome means, it just means it reflects a different color in different lighting. So she came out with duochrome loose pigments. These are what the little jars look like, and she also came out with duochrome pressed shadows. These are what they look like. They just look like the regular shadows she has. Not only that, but she did come out with new matte shades. She came out with 20 new matte shades, and these are reformulated. These are a little bit different than her original matte shades, but I only bought 2 just to kind of try them out. And oh my god, if you thought her matte shadows were pigmented before, holy Joseph, they're so much better. All of these are so pigmented and so buttery and smooth and creamy. The intensity is just so amazing. Just from the ones that I have worn so far, they're very, very long wearing. It takes such a little amount of product to build it up. They're just so easy to work with and so easy to blend out. I have 4 duochrome loose pigments, and I have 6 duochrome pressed shadows and 2 matte shadows. You have to see them live swatched, and you have to see them in person. Like, they're so amazing, and something that looks so like simple or so like fugly in the packaging or the pan, it looks amazing when it's swatched and when it's on your eyes. So yeah, you can't look at these and assume which ones are pretty and which ones aren't, because they are all so beautiful. It was really, really hard to narrow them down to this many that I have, but I did it somehow. Don't ask me how, but it took a whole lot of skill and a whole lot of tears. So just to go over the prices real quick, the duochrome pressed shadows are $6, just like all the other shadows that she has, all the other pressed pans. The duochrome loose pigments are a little bit pricier. They are $12 a jar, but you do get a whole lot of product, and it takes such a little amount. And then here's what the jar of the duochrome loose pigments looks like. It does look a lot nicer than the other loose pigments that she has. Here's what the other packaging looks like. This is just her original loose pigments. This actually is a duochrome. This is Insomnia, but this is part of the old line. But yeah, as you can see, it is a lot nicer looking. It is like a mirror finish, and it is a little bit bigger. In the new ones you get 3 grams, and the old ones you get 1.4 grams. So I will say the only thing I don't like about the duochrome loose pigments packaging is the way it screws on, because when I first started playing around with them and I started screwing it down, it kind of, like, you know how when you're screwing something down and like the grooves don't like match up, and it kind of like it gets stuck? That's what it feels like when you start screwing it down, and then if you keep going it does screw on. I just don't like that. I just feel like it's getting stuck even though it's not. And another thing I want to mention is that she does throw in these little like plastic sifter top thingies. They actually don't come with it originally, but she does throw in one for every loose pigment that you get. Oh crap, it just went everywhere. No. When you first take it out of the package, it's just open, and the powder could go anywhere and it'd be very, very messy. And it's a little ironic that I'm saying that, because I just got it everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the matte shades I got just to kind of get them out of the way, since I only have 2 of them. So the first shade I have is called Concrete Jungle, and this is a very unique gray shade. So the site calls this a deep gray with subtle purple undertones. And the reason she said she created this was because most gray shades are very cool toned and just look very ashy on the eyes. And it's just kind of hard to work with them where they are so cool toned. They just don't look good on every skin tone and every eye color. It is a very warm gray shade with purple undertones, and it just makes it very, very wearable. It doesn't matter your skin tone or your eye color, it's just going to look good on everybody. So the next shade I have is called Time Travel, and this is a really, really pretty like deep teal. This site actually calls this a deep teal with gray undertones, but this is something you can put into so many different looks, and it's just so unique and just so wearable. So once again, this is Time Travel. So now I'm going to get into the duochrome pressed pigments, and the first one I have is called Havoc, and the site refers to this as a warm red-brown base with teal reflex, and it's actually very, very wearable. Pretty much anyone's going to be able to pull this off. You can wear this daytime or nighttime. You can play it up and make it more dramatic, or you can wear it during the day and just kind of tone it down a little bit. It's so easy to wear. Once again, that is Havoc. The next one I have is Secret Garden, and the site calls this a deep espresso base with bright teal reflex. This is something that's going to be beautiful for like a more dramatic or bold look. I think this is beautiful for fall. So if you're wanting something a little bit different, you should definitely go for this one. And once again, that is Secret Garden. The next one I have is called Steampunk, and this is going to be one that's a little more wearable from day to day. And the site calls this a black base with rich copper reflex. But as you can see in the pan, it doesn't really look like anything special. It just looks like a chocolatey brown. You can definitely see the coppery brown reflex when I swatch it. So once again, that is Steampunk. The next one I have is called Blacklight, and Makeup Geek said this was one of her absolute favorites, and the site calls this an electric purple base with icy blue reflex. It does kind of have like that lavender tinge to it, but it kind of looks like a very minty, icy blue like she says. So once again, that is Blacklight. The next one I have is more of like a triple chrome. This is called Typhoon, and this is one that I absolutely had to have. It was one of my favorites right off the bat. The site calls this a deep teal base with green and gold reflex. In the pan, it doesn't look like much. It just looks like an olive green, but when it's swatched and when it's on the eyes, oh my god, it's pure magic. Yeah, this is a very unique shade, but in my opinion, it's going to look pretty on pretty much every single eye color and every skin tone. Once again, that is Typhoon. The last pressed shadow I have is called Voltage, and this is one that I think you could also wear as a highlighter on your face, but the site refers to this as a vanilla base with champagne yellow reflex. In one light, it's going to look more vanilla, and another light, it looks very, very gold. So yeah, I think if you have a deeper skin tone, this would be beautiful on your skin as a highlighter. And even if you have a lighter skin tone, I think if you blended this out, it would be very, very pretty. Yeah, once again, that is Voltage. So now onto the pigments. I'm not going to be able to hold these up because they are loose and they will fly everywhere. What the heck? What the heck? The next one I have is called Wildfire, and this is such a beautiful shade. I think this is one you could also wear on your face as a blush because it's such a pretty like corally color with like a gold undertone, and it looks like highlighter. I think I actually did wear this as a blush the other day, and it just made my skin look like I had highlighter on, and I didn't. It gives you such a beautiful sheen, and it kind of looks like NARS Orgasm on steroids. Once again, that is Wildfire. So the next one I have is called Hologram, and this is really, really similar to Wildfire. There's almost no difference, but the site calls this an orangey pink base with green and gold reflex. Here's what they look like side by side because I did want to compare them. Here is Wildfire and here is Hologram. The only difference I see is that Wildfire is just a little more of a pinky color. It's a little more red, and a Hologram is a little more of a coral orange color. Hologram just has a bit of a green tint to it, and Wildfire has more of a golden tinge to it. So once again, this is Hologram. So the next one I have is called Kaleidoscope, and this is actually more of a quad chrome. The site actually says it's a slate blue base with pink, purple, and teal reflex. It just reflects so many different colors. It kind of looks silvery, it kind of looks pinky, it kind of looks like an icy blue color. It looks a little bit purple and like a lavender. I just feel like you can wear this so many different ways and pair it up with so many different color combinations. You definitely think this is a must-have because it's so different than everything else. I've never seen anything like it. So once again, that is Kaleidoscope. So the last pigment I have is one that I absolutely had to have. It was one of my favorites right off the bat, and this is called Chameleon, and on the side it calls it a deep teal base with gold reflex. This has such a beautiful shine. I know they all have a beautiful shine, but this has such a uniqueness to it. It kind of looks like mermaid in a jar. In one light it looks teal, in another light it looks like a lime green. I think personally, I know it says gold reflex, but in my opinion I think it looks more like a lime green in some lights. I don't know if you can see that. It looks gold. I can't wait to pair this one up because again, it's going to be something you can wear with so many different color combinations. So once again, that is Chameleon. So that is it for the swatches. So make sure you leave me in the comments below what type of tutorial you want to see with these first, or which one you want me to use first, like which pigment, or if you want me to use a press pan first. Just let me know in the comments below what you want to see. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media. All the links are below, and I'll also post all the swatches to everything I talked about today on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me so you can check it out. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.